This video is about functions. Now some of you will know what functions are, some of you won't. If you have an equation which says y equals x squared plus 3x plus 2, this is an equation because it's equal to something. Functions and equations are very similar things. Instead of y equals, we've got f of x equals. Now all it's saying is I put x into this and I get an answer. You've met function machines before, it's the same idea, but y and f of x are really very, very similar things. If I said on this equation, what is the value of y when x is 2, you'd go 2 squared plus 3 2's plus 2, and you'd work it out and get the value of y. If the question said f of 2, that means exactly the same thing. The x and the 2 are the same thing, so you've got 2 squared plus 3 times 2 plus 2, which is 4 plus 6 plus 2, altogether 12. If you were doing f of 5, you do the same thing. You go back to the original equation and go, well, it's 5 squared. 5 squared plus 3 times 5 plus 2, which is 25, plus 15 plus 2, which comes out as 42. If you're doing negatives, just be careful with that one, because when you square a negative, you've got to think about minus times a minus. So you've got minus 1 squared plus 3 lots of minus 1 plus 2. Notice I put it in brackets because it's easier to think about it that way. You can type into calculator if necessary, but minus 1 squared is positive 1. 3 lots of minus 1 is minus 3 plus 2. So altogether you get 0. So that's how you substitute in a value in a function. Sometimes you have to substitute in an algebraic expression. So if it said something like f of x is 5x plus 1, work out what f of x plus 3 is. All you're doing is saying this is the input. So instead of x there, x plus 3 there. So you've got 5 x plus 3's plus 1. You do standard things. 5 times x is 5. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 is 5x plus 16. Sometimes you might notice something, it'll say something like f of x is 5x plus 1, and it might say g of x just means exactly the same thing. It's just saying this is f, this is the function f, this is the function g. All you've got is two different functions. It could be written as f1 of x and f2 of x. It's just a different way of writing it. We use different letters. Generally speaking, f, g, and sometimes h, nothing else. But that's how you write functions. Not like that. Now, if I asked you to do f, g, 2, what that means is work out the g of 2 first and then put it into f. Sometimes it's written as f, o, g, 2, and it means f of g of 2. So you do g of 2. So let's work out, we're doing f of g of 2. g of 2 is 2 squared, which is f of 4. And then 4 we put into this one, which is 5 times 4 plus 1, which is 21. If I wanted to do g f2, it's not the same thing. That means g of f of 2. f of 2 into that is 5 2's plus 1 is 11. So I've now got g of 11, and 11 into that is 121. So you can see very clearly that fg2 is very different to gf2. So that's how you do combined functions. Sometimes you might want to do combined functions algebraically. So again, let's try. F of x equals 3x take away 4, and g of x is x plus 1. Now if I asked you to work out fg2, you do g of 2, put it into f, work out the answer. But sometimes the question might ask you to work out f, g, x first. And it's the same idea. You're working out f, but into it you're putting g of x. Instead of g of a number, you're putting g of x, which is all of this. So that means you're working out f of x plus 1. And that means that needs to go there. So you've got 3 lots of x plus 1 take away 4, which is 3x plus 3 take away 4, which is 3x take away. That's the algebraic way of doing it. If the question then said, hence find f, g of 2, you'd just put 2 into that. That's 3 2s are 6, take away 1 is 5. You could check it by doing, hang on a minute, g of 2 is 3, and f of 3 is, going back up to 3 3s are 9, take away 4 is 5. Oh yeah, it's the same answer. But that's the algebraic method, and then we substitute in the number. The final thing you might need to work out is what's called an inverse function. So if you've got f of x equals 3x take away 4, what you've got to think about is the inverse. The inverse is doing it backwards. That's the input, that's the answer. If we've got the answer, what's the input? We've got to work it out backwards. The easiest way to do that is to rearrange the equation. So instead of f of x, we're going to rewrite it as y equals 3x take away 4. We're then going to rearrange using the basic simple properties that we've used before. Take away 4, so we add 4 to both sides, and we've got y plus 4 equals 3x. We're going to divide by 3 on both sides, so we get y plus 4 divided by 3 equals x. So instead of y equals, we know x equals. So we change the subject to the formula. We can now think about, hang on a minute, how do we write that as the inverse function in terms of x? I mean, the x, it just stands for the input. So now the input is this. So we've got x plus 4 divided by 3. And that's how you work out inverse functions. Just something for you to think about. If you wanted to do f of f to the minus 1 of 2, that is really, really easy. I'll let you think about that one. If you want, you can message me and tell me what you think the answer is. Okay, that's functions. Hope it was useful.